Today we're going to talk about another, not a hidden gem, but just a real gem of Memphis, Shelby Farms Park. And this episode is dedicated to the park exclusively because there are so many different things that you can do at the park. And if you've not had the opportunity to explore any of the great resources that are there, we definitely encourage you to do so. So I want to talk first, Ruby, as a young person, I think you've probably mined the resources at the park better than most people. So why don't you talk about, before we do a laundry list, just what's one or two of your favorite things that you've done at the park are?
One of my favorite things that I've done at the park, honestly, is just exploring. There are so many hidden trails and pathways that you can take, and you have no idea where it's taking you, but then you pop out in a pristine gazebo in the middle of a lake, and it's super gorgeous, it's super beautiful. So my favorite part about Shelby Farms is that there's so much to explore, and it seems almost as though you can never get enough of it. There's even if you think that you've seen everything, you really haven't, and there's more beautiful things to go look at.
Yeah. Now we've also there's the kind of the main area, I guess, for lack of a better word, where there's a lake, Hyde Lake, and there's a really great structure that you can sit underneath. They have these huge fans that can keep you cool, and
right,
you can
like the visitor center.
Yeah, visitor center. Yeah. And
Center.
there's a great coffee shop, bell tower, really great gift shop. But what's nice about it is you can rent paddle boards, you can rent kayaks, you can rent canoes. Ruby, why don't you tell us whether you'd like, whether either about kayaking or paddleboarding on that lake?
Honestly, it's a really great experience. Just make sure to bring sunscreen because there is sun beating down on you for the full hour that you're out there. The paddleboarding and kayaking they're both super fun. I did kayaking with the family, and then I went paddleboarding with my friends. And it was hard, I will say. The paddleboard was hard, but we made it out, and we had a really fun time. There's an island in the middle of the lake that you can kind of go up to and explore a little bit. So we had a lot of fun doing that.
I didn't know that. That's fun. So you can kind of get yourself as close as you can get and shimmy off the paddleboard or canoe or whatever.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
I mean, that's what we did. I don't know if you're technically allowed to, but we did that.
I mean, it sounds like it. I was looking up on the website to just familiarize myself with all of the options, and I didn't realize you could just free swim out there if you want to. How about the Memphis in May triathlon that is out there? We just happened to be walking around Hyde Lake one Saturday in May, and sure enough, there was triathlon they were prepping for, and I was shocked that people would be swimming
in the
water. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just, for whatever reason, that struck me. But yeah, I mean, it seems like they just want to encourage people to use it and enjoy it in any way and every way.
For
sure. You know, with safety.
Absolutely,
Obviously,
safety first.
Yeah,
for sure. And my husband and I bike there often to have lunch, and there's always something. First of all, it's just beautiful when you come upon the lake. And recently we saw dogs in the kayaks with people. We saw a baby on a paddleboard. The park was being used to its fullest in a really great way. One of the fun things, and I've actually done this with Ruby and her friend, is there's a ropes course, and you can actually do tree to tree, where you literally swing on the ropes and the cables from tree to tree and climb through. Why don't you talk a little bit more about that? We don't need to talk about how I was sort of the awkward adult in the process.
Yeah, it was really fun. Again, it's a really great avenue for fun for kids, teenagers, also adults. I think you had a fun time. I know you don't want to admit it, but I think you had fun.
I just always feel foolish.
But it was a lot of fun. The guides were really nice. The instructions were very clear, so we did end up having a really fun and safe time. And we could kind of go as many times as we wanted in our allotted hour slot. So even if we finished it once, but it only took us like 30 minutes, we could feasibly go again in the last 30 minutes. And there's a zip line which you can go down as many times as you want. which was kind of a fear to conquer, but we ended up.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
You did it? So
Yeah.
the zip line, where does it end up? Like,
It's a shorter zip line, so it just
Okay.
ends up in like a mulch pit where you're supposed to like land like
Oh,
at the end
okay.
of the ropes course. Like it's not anything crazy.
mhm.
There is a zip line that takes you across a lake, not the main Hyde Lake, but there is a zip line that takes you across the lake, which is by, I don't know if there's a name for it,
I'm
but
not
it
sure.
takes you across a lake, and I think that's in like the 2-hour package, and we just did the 1-hour package. But there is like a zip line with really good views across the lake.
That's so fun. Has
Yeah.
anybody horseback ridden? Is that what?
We haven't.
I know there
no,
are
but they're
horses
there.
there.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they are there.
Trail
Yeah,
riding?
and I don't know. Yeah, they probably do the very like tried and true a trail that
Yeah,
that you follow.
Probably
but-
so. And
Mhm.
my son did cross country in high school, and that was where they did their meets, was at Shelby Farms. Did you do that too?
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
cross country.
I'm sure you remember fondly.
Yeah,
Warm-
very
warm
fondly.
fall days. Well, my favorite thing to do out there will come as no surprise to anyone is eat and drink at Coastal Fish.
Yes.
And we've gone so many times. We even went once for Christmas Eve because the heaters outside are amazing, and so
Great.
you really can use the outside
Yeah.
year round, and that view, you cannot beat it. And what we always plan to do and don't always execute is to walk either before, get our appetite going, or after to
Mhm.
work off some of that skillet chocolate
Yeah.
chip
Yeah.
yumminess with vanilla
Mhm.
ice cream. It's just wonderful, and the food is so consistent. The wait staff so good.
Yep,
I
agree.
think. Do
Yeah.
you all
Yeah.
agree?
Yeah,
You had a
yeah.
good
Always,
experience.
yeah, always
Yeah,
good
we love
experience.
Coastal.
Yeah.
One thing though I think that we need to do, Jeannie, whether it's this upcoming warm weather season or not, is there's canoes and cocktails.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
cool.
every Friday,
Yeah.
and the time changes pending when the sun sets.
Yeah.
So I think it goes from 6:30 to 6:45, and then it gets earlier as the sun sets.
So cool.
But yeah, you can rent either a canoe, kayak. I don't know if I'd want to have a cocktail and a paddleboard, but I think you can do that as well. Or you can just stay ashore and just be part of the cocktails. They have those different options
Yeah, I saw
available.
that. Old Dominic, I think,
Yeah,
provides the.
mhm. So I think that
cocktails
sounds like
and
a lot of fun.
music.
Yeah.
Sounds so fun.
Mhm.
There's so many things going on in Memphis.
Yeah, and you know what? We didn't mention the bison.
Oh, I know.
The bison there. I will say, I don't necessarily understand why we have them, but I'm really glad that we do because they're very cute and very
Uh-huh.
pretty to see when
Right.
you're driving through the park.
Yes, agree. And I also noticed you can fish out there. You know, how many places that look fabulous for fishing, there's always a sign, no fishing. And you're
Yeah.
thinking, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Mhm.
Why can we not fish? And
Yeah.
they're like, come on, come on. Bring
Right.
your fishing rod.
Yes.
You can even bring your own boat
Yeah.
out there
Yeah.
to the lake.
Mhm.
Not a power
Yeah,
one, but,
right,
you
right.
know, no water skiing.
No water skiing.
But yeah, I mean, I just can't
Yeah.
say enough good things about Shelby
Yeah.
Farms. It's just a wonderful place for so many different age
Yeah,
groups, as
It
you
really
always said.
is, yeah, yeah. So if you haven't had a chance to visit Shelby Farms, I think we've given you many different things that you could do while you're there. And even if it's just a walk around the lake and a nice sunset. So enjoy.